Hello everyone, and welcome back to this series on Rising Gloomrot. So in this episode, plan on knocking out a few more bosses. Definitely want to finish up Act 2. That's kind of the main goal, is to get the last two bosses for Act 2, then move on to Act 3. And Act 3 is where Silverlight Hills is. So we'll be spending up much more time in this area. There's a couple of bosses in Gloomrot North that we still have to tackle, and we'll probably be spending our time up there. For now, what I wanted to do was actually make some gruel, and I want to see if we can get 100% on our... Okay, so we need some plague briar and meat and grease. Yeah, I want to see if we get 100% on our scholar blood. I did get a lot of blood from it, so I have like, I don't know, 7 or 8 vials of blood from that one. So that should take us for quite a ways. But I do need to get some grease and some briar. I also did make the big chests. These are the big chests. It's got an extra row, and it's really not as efficient. I guess it's efficient if you have like a lot of stuff, like scrap, so much scrap. It's really efficient if you have like a lot of one thing. But these are still pretty good, the skinnier chests. As you can see, you can fit 4 skinny chests in the same spot that you can fit 3 bigger ones. So what we need is some plague briar and some grease. Kind of just reorganize this a little bit. I did make some more canisters. I actually didn't make even more canisters. As you can see, I have the blood. I have a mutant blood because I've just been making the rats and then getting the best blood just to hold me over as I go out and farm stuff. It's more efficient that way. If you want to go farm things and you don't want to waste, you know, like the really good blood that we have, like the 100%, you can just get some rats and then pick out one of the better of those. So let's make some gruel. I'm just gonna make 1. If this goes bad, then I guess we'll just, you know, out a really good scholar. But once we get into Silverlight, we'll have access to getting even better blood, like a more efficient way of getting blood. So I want to get this prepped, and if not, then I'll just go look for a scholar. It doesn't really matter where it's from. I'll probably go in Dunley Farmlands and find a scholar there. It might take like a few in-game days to farm it up. Alright, so this will be a good test. So we have 98%. Feed him this pretty quick. Oh, there we go, 100%. Nice. So we now have 100% scholar. As you can see, I've just been, you know, draining and draining. Our blood pool is actually really good right now. We have some 100s here. We have some 100s for rogues. So I have 100 rogue. We have a bunch of 98 for the scholars. This kind of is going to take me to the end of the game, but I will spend the time and getting some 100s scholar blood. So this is actually just the best, besides the brute, which I've not found a brute. Like what we were on episode 14, and I still don't have a really good brute blood. Which is, it's kind of crazy, just because you can usually find a really good brute on the farmlands, but I just have not found any. And I've looked quite a bit. But, you know, it's fine, though. Let's see, look at our 2 guys here. These are both in the Cursed Forest. So we have the Duke of Balaton. He just gives us the ability to make coins, which is kind of fun. So we'll get into that. So I think this is probably the one that we want to go for first. Level 66 is our geared level, and then 64 is the Duke of Balaton's. So definitely doable. It is nighttime, so we'll head over there. I need to get my potions. Do I need to make potions? I do need to make 1 potion. Okay. So I'll make some potions, and then I'll head over there, and then we'll come back. Okay, here we are at the Duke of Balaton. He's like right here. He's in the very top part of this. You're probably just better off just going to the Vampire Waygate here and going past the Spider Cave, and then the very northern part of the swamp. I don't know how much time left, so we'll see how this goes. It was quite a fight to get here. As you can see, you got a bunch of hide and stuff. So we'll see how this goes. I'm gonna have to come back another time. But let's get started though. Okay, so the main thing he does is he does a lot of jumps, and when he jumps he does a lot of AoE. Just does like a lot of drops and stuff. You're better off trying to distract him with ads, and he'll also do his tongue grab, which when he grabs you, he just pulls you in and eats you for a little bit. He will summon some ads as well, things you want to probably take care of. And then he also does a very, very long, like big attack that will do like a lot of AoE damage all around him and puts down these little slime pits that slow you down. When he hits 50%, he will start summoning a lot more frogs to the point where it's going to be pretty tough to take down, especially if you're solo. Try to summon as many ads as you can. I would save my ult for that point too. It was very close. The sun came up right as I took him down, so I have to get this blood and run. Okay. So let's see what we got. Let's look at his... Oh, we got frog form. Frog form, really, I'm not sure... Yeah, I'm not too sure about what the benefits of frog form is. I've not found anything worth using it on. We do get the medium coin purse, which is like the other medium bags, gives you 5 stacks of stuff. Definitely worth making the coin purse. We also get the ability to make coins, which we can make in the fabricator. So yeah, that's the Duke. Alright, so I need to head back to the base, and I'll go through the cave since we have so much stuff now. So I'll see you back there. Okay, I was actually heading back from the Duke to the cave passage, and I figured, you know, since it's kind of close to nighttime now, since daytime doesn't last very long, we could actually go ahead and take on the Cursed Smith here. So we have Cyril. Cyril's actually in this village, right here in this village. So what we'll do is just go through the village, spend the time right now to clear it out, and just take him out whenever it turns into nighttime. We have our blood still, we have our potions popped, so it should be pretty easy to do. So yeah, I'll spend this time and clear this village out, and then we can take him on once it gets to be dark. Alright, here is Cyril. We definitely want to, like the other guy we fought in the village, we want to make sure we kill these crystals here, because we don't want to have things spawn on us while we're fighting him. So let's just do this real quick. Oh, he's gonna check that off on me. We don't need to do all of them, but we just need to do enough. Oh, she's gonna run right... Okay, I thought she was running right into the guy. I was like, it's not fun. Okay, I think we're good. There's one over here. I want to... I might as well just take it out. If we don't take it out, there's one over here too, but I think we'll be fine with that one being up. Yeah, we want to have this as clean as possible. Okay. Alright, here is Cyril. So let's get started here. Alright, so one thing he does is, throughout the fight, is he'll spawn a lot of these little orbs that spin around. If they hit you, they do quite a bit of damage, so you don't want to be a part of that. Another thing he does is he will switch weapons. And when he switches weapons, he'll spawn like a ghost weapon. Each one of the weapons has like a unique ability to it. You definitely want to focus in on the weapons, especially when he spawns them. Another thing is that at 50% he'll spawn all of them at the same time. So it could definitely get overwhelming if you still have some left over. I would definitely recommend taking out as many as you can throughout the fight. Try to keep your ads up. Once you check out the weapons, it really becomes a little bit easier. You're not really having to focus in on too many things. Alright, so that's it. Yeah, it might take a couple of times to get used to the patterns of the weapons, but if you focus weapons down, it shouldn't be too bad. Okay, so let's see what we got. We learned the Wraith Spear, which is that, spear throw that he did. We also get the Anvil now, which is great. We'll be able to craft the next tier weapons from this. We also get Dark Silver Ingots, which we can now make, that we can use to make weapons. Yeah, I think we got something else. We got some, let's see, look at our inventory. We got these weapons. Malicious Crescent Blades. These are the same as, let's see, we have an Illusion Sword. Yeah, so I guess we just got a couple new weapons here. One from the Duke and one from him. Yeah, so this boss definitely opens up the next tier, and this is actually the end of Act 2 now. So we were able to complete all the bosses, move to the next act. Okay, I will head back to the base now, for real this time. Alright, here we are back at the base. Not a bad haul if you look at this. We have a decent amount of spectral crystals, or ghost crystals, and some spectral dust here. Then some more pristine hide. So not a bad haul at all for and plus we've killed 2 bosses. So definitely worth it. Did farm up some more of these mushrooms too, so yep, so that's those 2 bosses are down. I have to do a little bit of cleanup here in my inventory. I wanted to show you a couple things. The first thing is, in order to make the anvil, we need some spectral dust. We need a lot of spectral dust. I'm waiting for that to craft up. And I also wanted to show you that we have the ability to make coins now. As you see, the only way we can make silver coins through this method is, having silver. So you're going to be spending a lot of time getting silver. That's one of the things that you're going to need a ton of. There's just so much silver that you're going to need. As you see, we also can make copper coins. And so what this does now is if you have a guy that can get copper, it kind of gives you the ability to start generating items and like another method of farming items. So you just get the copper, you can now craft the copper coins. With 6 copper is 20 copper coins. I mentioned this before, you can convert the copper coins into silver coins. There's a method to do that. And in order to do that, you have to buy the weapons. So you have to buy like the lumber axe. There's some specific weapons that you can buy with copper coins from the vendors, and you can then grind those down. So you put them into the devourer, and that will convert those weapons into silver coins. And so there's a method to now farm up silver coins. You can't directly convert them. You can convert silver coins into gold, so the gold sun coins, and this is, I think, the best method to do that. It just requires some gold, which is a little bit hard to get, but you're definitely able to start making copper coins, which I would recommend, and then buying, like fish. You can buy the weapons that convert to silver coins, and those things, they switch out. I think it's every 45 minutes, maybe an hour. So you'd be able to do that every hour, is at least, convert your copper ingots that you get, especially if you have a lot of copper ingots. Like I think I have a pretty decent amount of copper ingots right now. You can then convert those into copper coins, and then those copper coins you can convert into silver coins by buying the weapons from the copper coin vendors and then devouring those. And then with the silver coins, you can buy even more stuff like the fish, or you can just save those up for when you want to convert those into gold sun coins. Which gold sun coins, there's a few things you can buy with those that you're going to be needing on a regular basis. Mostly the fish is the biggest thing. But then there's some herbs and stuff you can get, and some seeds you can get that are really helpful, especially if you don't want to go looking for those items over and over again. So yeah, these are just methods of kind of increasing the ability to make a more efficient farm. And yeah, so we'll have to get the dust, and then we will be able to make the anvil. So we'll work on that here very soon. Okay, so I wanted to mention, now that we have Act 2 completed, so we are done with Act 2, now in Act 3. This boss and these 3 bosses, these are all bosses that are in the new area, which is Silverlight Hills. So this is the kind of the end game zone, if you will. So we have to go here and kind of do some exploration. And one of the things that we want to do first is go to the silver mines so we can start working on upgrading our gear. I'm going to make the anvil before, but we can't really use the anvil just yet because we don't have the silver to make the dark silver with. So what I'll do is I'll probably make the forge, and then we'll have to go to Silverlight Hills. So what I could do is I actually like to build my second base, because you're allowed with default settings to have 2 bases. So I like to build my second base somewhere in the northern part, either like in this area or like up here, just to have another base in a nice area. And if you do wind up doing like one of the end bosses, one of the 3, I guess, raid bosses, if you will, one of them is up here, and these guys drop an item that you have to walk back with. You can't use any way gates. You can't use a horse. You can't use spells. You have to literally walk it back to a base. It's definitely, these guys are designed with a group, so you're not really kind of soloing it. What I'm probably going to do, with all that said, is build a base. Probably, I want to say, probably here. I'm thinking here. It's probably the next base I'm going to make. So use one of my 2 bases, get to that point right there, bring some materials, at least so I can craft the waygate, and so I can craft like a little house area. So we'll do that, and then I'll kind of come back and talk about the next step. Okay, we're back, and I just got the stuff ready for crafting the piece that we need. And I did realize that you can't teleport with the gem dust that you need for crafting the waygate. So we have to run all the way there, which is not too bad. I'm probably just going to run straight up here and then cut across, like right around here. Just cut straight across and go in front of the mines here and up that way. It's kind of the path. So this is probably a good time of the day to do that too, because it's not going to be, it's almost nighttime, so it's not going to be too terrible if we get stuck somewhere. And we'll just be hitting the areas that are a little more difficult when it just turns nighttime. So it should give us the maximum amount of time that we need. Alright, so I'll have to head that way then. Alright, here we are. Made it here. So you definitely want to be careful with some of the enemies there, especially the ones that shoot the guns. They definitely will knock you off of your mounts. They do aimbot. They're very hard to dodge. So yeah, we get a pretty nice area here. That's definitely located really close to the mines, silver mines, and of course the north side here. So really good spot, and it covers this entire area. So the top and the bottom here. So you have lots of room to work with. Okay, so first thing we need to do is make a castle heart somewhere. Probably good enough. Yeah, we'll give it some blood. And then we can craft our teleporter here. Probably pretty close to this area there. I'm probably going to cover this area up. So what I like to do is I like to just take the walls and use these. They're pretty nice size. Actually, I'm going to make the ground first. Alright, so now once you get like a little square box here, it's not the one I wanted. I wanted this one. Let's get rid of this. Let's put down this one. No, it's not this one right here. Yeah, once you have like a little 2x2 section here, you can just build some walls. These are really great for just kind of keeping things shaded. And then in that area, you can put your teleporter. Your waygate. So there you go. Make a nice little shaded area. If you wanted to, you could probably just put like a gate on each one, if you have the space for it. Also like to put down a couple of chests here. It's kind of handy. Store stuff that you might need and you can't teleport back with. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, this is a teleporter now. So now we have a spot to teleport to that's nearby the silver mines and the northern part of the city here. Alright, so let's head back. Alright, here we are, back at the base. Okay, so I did see that we're getting a blood moon tonight, and I thought that would be a really good time to head on over to the silver mines. And what we're going to do there is actually probably fight the boss. It's Magnus. So we can fight the next boss on the list, Magnus the Overseer. He is the boss in front of the silver mines. Yeah, so he's the overseer of the silver mines. So we can head over there. It's actually a fairly tough boss, ice boss, I believe. So I'm gonna grab some potions and stuff, and I need to make some silver potions so I can pick up some silver there, and then we can grab up some silver and then kill the boss. So I will see you there. Alright, here at the mines, this front door area is actually blocked off. So what you need to do in order to get into the mines is go around the side. Oh, I got knocked off. That's alright. So yeah, you have to go around the back. So there's like a spot you can go, and what you need to do is you need to go all the way through the mines in order to get to the boss. The boss is at the very beginning where that gate is, and that gate you have to open up from the inside. So once you go through this section, you're kind of stuck in here. But this is where the mines are. This is the entrance to it. I'm gonna pop everything here. Okay. Should be good now. The biggest thing is you have these roaming groups. These guys actually won't mess with you. These are workers. And here's different types of silver you can grab. I'm gonna have to actually kill some of these guys. If you kill one of these overseers, you kind of like free up the workers, which is kind of handy. So you don't want to actually hit the workers. Yeah, so he just runs. Oh, they're all running. They fight the guys for you. So yeah, it's a little bit of a kind of a grind to get through this place and get the stuff, but If I had more time, I'd probably spend it in here. What I'm going to do, though, is probably just make my way to the front so I can preserve the blood that I have. I mean, I could always go in human form. Probably the easiest thing to do. And just make my way up there. I'll kill the boss and I'll probably come back into the mines and then mine up all the silver that I can fit with this debuff on me. Alright, so here is the front of the mines, and this is the outside area. There's a lot of enemies here, and this is the boss here. He just kind of pats around this area. So you probably want to take out some of these pathing people. Be quite a few of these guys. You don't want them to get involved while you're, you know, trying to kill him. Just because he does like a lot of AoE that kind of cuts you off in certain areas. Another thing you could do is you go back in here in the very beginning. There's all these cages here. You can break the cages and they actually will fight the boss for you. They don't do much damage, you know, it's very minimal amount of damage they do for you. But definitely is kind of interesting though, that they will fight for you. As long as you don't die trying to do this. 82, not bad. I need to come in here and get some people anyways at some point. Okay, so yeah, let your guys drop off and then you can break those gates. And then they run out there. We'll kind of follow them out there. Yeah, they get right to the boss. Yeah, they'll like gang up on you know, it's not bad. It's a little bit of a help. Okay, I thought he hit me. Yeah, they didn't last very long, did they? He just does so much damage. So this is the boss. He does like a stacking freeze ability, which is kind of annoying. The more you get hit though, like the worse it becomes. So you definitely want to stay far away from him and avoid his charge. All throughout the fight though, you will get help from these guys. Just don't want to hit him. You just want to let them attack this guy. He will do a attack where he goes into this like freeze mode, and what that does for him is it will cause him to regain health. So you want to make sure you kind of like break him out of that shield while he's regaining his health. Alright. We got him down. He doesn't do a lot of damage, but he does kind of constantly heal up. And it's not something you ever want to do in daytime. It's just impossible. This is all open area. Okay, so we got a new cloak, which is kind of cool. We got his frost ability. It's a shield and gives us, you know, health healing while we're shielded. So it's kind of a neat ability. And in order to get out of here, you have to like just open this gate. It's like a little rope here. It opens the gate temporarily, so it'll come back down though, eventually. And yeah, you can go in and out there. If somebody's like here, you can let people in through here too. Go back in the mines. I'm gonna try to mine up some silver while I'm here. This is kind of what you go here for. We have plenty of time before it's daytime. And then I have to kind of get this mined up. And then I'll head back to the base. Alright, we made it through. Oh, gotta get through this group real quick. Pretty much spent a good chunk of the daytime clearing this place out. Now it's back to the nighttime. So that everything respawned in there. So I just decided to cut out of there. I have 38 stacks, and with this potion, I'm still good. You know, I'm not even taking any damage. So I think, I'm not sure what the limit is though, but 38 is quite a bit of silver, which I'll show you here in a second as soon as I finish these guys off. So you, take you out. There we go. Okay. So we got a lot of silver. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stacks and 46. So that's a pretty good amount for our first run. Just grab this stuff here. There's actually a chest here. Even more. Okay. So I can't teleport with this stuff back, so we can't go back to the base and run. We have to actually run back. So I'll probably just run to the middle part here and then teleport from Dunley Farmlands. The way out is down here. That's just a long... That's a very long ride from this part, which is kind of unfortunate. I'd rather just run through the safe area since it's a little bit shorter. So yeah, so I'm gonna head on back, but I just want to show you what you get from the mines there. Alright, here we are back at the base. Got the dark silver ingots. They're smelting up. It's kind of pricey, you know, 15 silver ore, then 3 spectral dust. So I mean, you're gonna spend a lot of time getting spectral dust to make these ingots. And I did build the anvil, so we do have access to the dark silver weapons, which are upgrades to what we have now. So this one is level 23 versus our level 19. You know, you lose some of the bonuses, but it definitely makes up for it with the 6 extra physical power. So it does more damage. So we should be able to access this. I just need to wait for that stuff to craft up. So I'll probably do that in between episodes. And so that's going to be the next phase of weapons. And we can make the cloak as well. That's what we got from killing the last boss here. I need to send him back out. He was injured. Good old sulfur. Actually need to send him out to... Yeah, sulfur. I need sulfur for the gold. So we need to make this as well. This phantom veil, which we actually could make now. We have the silk and we have the spectral dust. And this will give us more silver resistance. So if we want to go mining for silver, it's the same amount though, so it's 15. So it's not really that big of a deal. It does give us holy resistance, and it also gives us like fire resistance. So both of those things are kind of nice to have. Holy resistance is going to be nice for bosses that we're going to encounter. So I'll make this in between episodes, and I'll make the weapon, and that should kind of boost us up a little bit into the 70s. So that'll be nice. But yeah, that's going to be it for this episode. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.